Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining our webinar today. So actually, let's wait like 1 or 2 minutes just in case if anyone wants to join in, and then we can start with our newest webinar series, which is called Hosting Tips. And this would be one of our first webinars, which is called Boost Your Income with Market Insights, a data-driven approach. So let's wait for 1 or 2 minutes. So right now, as I can see, it's directly 2 p.m. EST. So let's wait for them in case they have some internet issues or anything. And before we started everything, I want to let you know that this webinar will be fully recorded. So in case you want to leave early or have any other plans, you can definitely rewatch it anytime on our YouTube channel. And of course, also the follow-up email will be also sent to you just in case you want to have any follow-up questions after our Q&A or anything. So we are here for you to help in any way. Okay, let's wait for 1 more minute and then I think we can start. Okay, so it's 2 minutes past. So let's start. And if anyone wants to join in, so they will. So my name is actually Nino. I'm community manager here at iGemas. And as I mentioned, today we'll be speaking about our market insights tool. If you don't already know, it was released I would say a couple of months ago. It's fairly new feature. And we will talk about our market insights feature. I'll also talk about iGemas as well, just in case if we'll have any users who don't have iGemas yet and want to know about it. I will talk about our market insights tool. Of course, I will do a real-time demo for you. And of course, I will share some strategies of how to use it effectively. And then at the end, we'll have a short Q&A session so you can ask away all of your questions. So you can write your questions in the Q&A section here on Zoom, and I will answer all of them with no problem. So let me start with actually what iGemas is for the users that don't have any information about iGemas. So iGemas is actually a vacation rental software that helps hosts to handle and automate their data short-term management tasks via website and mobile app. So I would say it would be all-in-one property management system with powerful automation to let hosts put everything in autopilot and grow their business, as we like to call it. And of course, on the top of Channel Manager, we also offer different functionalities like this, unified inbox, financial reporting, cleaning tasks, website builder, you name it. And the newest addition to our features family would be the Market Insights tool. This is a snippet of the Market Insights tool, as you can see. And I would say the Market Insights tool is your go-to resource for the data-driven decision-making, I would say. It provides real-time analytics about market trends, pricing, basically whatever is happening around your current listing, it shows you. It will actually help you optimize your listings and maximize your revenue. Um, I would say think of your market insights as your personal market analyst, constantly crunching those numbers, trends to bring you actionable numbers, as I mentioned in here. So this is a snippet of our market insights tool. And let me actually show you where you can find the market insights tool within iGemas and how you can use it. So market insights tool is located in two different parts of iGemas. So you can use whichever one you wish. So first one would be, which I think is the easiest one, would be the dashboard section. And if you scroll a bit down you will see the market insights. You will see a lot of different tabs in here because it actually takes each location. So for example, if you look in the multi-city, so in that case, you would see different locations. So for example, as you can see, I have Port, I have also West Vancouver, I have just Vancouver, I have Surrey. So that means that I have the listings in different locations. And also it has also two different types of settings. So here you will see an entire home setting and number of bedrooms. And if you have let's say in this specific account, we don't have a room type of listings, but if you do rent out rooms separately as well, you'll definitely see it in the dropdown here. And this would be the number of bedrooms. So basically, what we'll need to do, we'll need to, let's say I want to only see entire home and one bedroom apartments, and what's the market details for that. So in that case, we'll need to manage it like this. So I'll need to click one bedroom, two bedroom, three bedroom, basically whichever details I want to see, I will need to click it. And I will click open market details. And it will open up the market insights tool for that specific listing and for that specific bedroom type that I have. As for the second option where you can find the market insights would be in our report section. On the report section, we see like your usual reports, and at the end, you see your market insights on. And when you click it, it will open up the same view that I had on the dashboard, but just for the market insights. And as you can see, I can scroll and basically do the same things that I would do from the dashboard. Now, let's go through the market insights. So I'll go through each of the section that we have in the market insights, and then I will just combine it and tell you like how you can combine those like different sections, how to use them, what would be like the best strategies to go through with it as well. So as you can see, we have like a lot of data that we need to go through here. So let's start from the top. So here at the top, we would have like the general info about the listing. So first we'll have the rental type. The rental type would be the market supply of type of rentals in this current area. As you can see, the entire home one is most popular one. So 70% of the listings are entire homes, whereas 29% is the private room. Here we'll have our market supply. So this would be the average number of available listings in your market during the given period. And as you can see, we also have descriptions for each type of insight. So in case you like don't know like what it does or like what it shows you, you'll have like a question mark button at the top here. So you'll always be able to see like what is it about. Then we have the rental size. This would be like the most popular like rental size in your area. And this would be the map. So it will show me the area of my current listing, which I can zoom into. And it will also show me the listings, so like competitor listings as well. So I can click it. So these like dots that you see would be our competition, as I would say. And when you click it, it will show you like all the photos. It will show you average daily rate, your occupancy rate, and you can also even click the photo and it will open up that competitor listing at the top. So I think this host actually unlisted their listing. Let me show you maybe this like a listed one. Yeah, for example, this one. And you will see and go to that post like listing so you can check everything, how everything is doing on there, and so you can compare it to your listing. Now, let's scroll a bit down. So here we have our nightly rates. So this will be nightly rates forecast for next 52 weeks. So you will see the percentile. So as you can see, what pricing is in the which percentile, your current price, your medium booked price as well. And you will be able to check actually how to competitively price your listing. So you will see all those trends, for example, and here, as we can see, there's like a spike. So you will be able to see it. Also, what you will be able to do. So if you want to just see like not all of these stats, like percentiles or medium booked price, and you just want to see like average market price, so you can only click average market price and disable all these other filters, and it will also show you like only that average market price. So as you can see, so let's say this is December 7th, 2024. My current pricing for this specific listing is $79. The dynamic price recommends 86, but actually average market price is $299. So that means that I'll have to do something with this listing. Most likely I'll need to increase my pricing, but it actually helps you to identify those gaps that you might have during your calendar if you're not using any dynamic pricing tools. So this will help you with that. Then we have the cleaning fees. So this would be most popular type of cleaning fees and percentages of those cleaning fees in the next 30 days and the most booked ones as well. So as you can see, also the market insights give me this insights right away in here in writing as well. So in this case, for this specific listing, so most listings in my market, so basically over 32%, have a cleaning fee between 46 and 60 Canadian dollars, and demand exceeds supply the most in 91 to 105 category. So you also see those stats, and you will see the supply and demand. So for example, as it mentioned, so from 95 to 105, so in that cleaning type, so demand is actually 17%, whereas supply is 12. So that means I can actually increase my pricing, like cleaning fee a bit as well, so I can get in that percentile as well. Then we have the extra per person fees. So this like what like extra per person fees would be like most booked ones, or like the listings with the extra per person fees that are mostly booked. And usually the most booked listings are the ones that have no extra per person fee, so 0 KD. And as you can see, the demand is 100%, whereas the supply is 97. And here you will also see like a small one, which is around like 6 to 10 KD per person, which is supply is 3%, but there's no demand for it. So in this case, I would recommend for this listing to actually disregard those extra person fees at all. Then we have the cancellation policy. So which one are the listings that have like which listings are mostly booked, which have these types of cancellation policies. So here we have flexible, moderate, strict, and firm. So Market Insights actually tells us that most listings in your market have a moderate cancellation policy, but demand exceeds supply at most for the firm policy. So that means that firm policy is actually more booked than, let's say, flexible, moderate, or strict one. We'll also have base number of guests as well, the same type of category. So the most listings in my market, so over 40%, have a 4 base number of guests, and demand actually exceeds the supply most for the 6 number of guests. So as you can see, so bigger listings are in more demand than I would say the usual 1 to like 4 person listings. Then we have the occupancy rate. So of course you will know what the occupancy rate means, but actually if someone doesn't know, this is like a percentage of like how many nights you have booked in percentages in the month in the next 30 days. So in this case, the local market is 79% booked, which is a good number. So there's a good trend going on there that someone is actually booking in our areas, which is always good to hear. And of course, this is what we will need to optimize our listings for to actually get those nights booked. Then we have the future occupancy. So in next 30, 60, and 90 days, how the market is looking. So for the 30 days, we saw that it was 79%. For 60 days, actually 67, and 90 days, it's 63%. So as you can see, the occupancy in the area is going down a bit. So this will actually help you to prepare for the future. Then we have the pacing. So the pacing is like average median rate at which the reservations are made for a particular date in the future in the next 30 days. So in this case, we're seeing 9 reservations per day in our area. Then we have the days of the week occupancy, which I would see it's stable for this specific listing for each of the days. And then we have the occupancy trend. So occupancy trend would be like how the occupancy is doing, and it shows me the next year and a half, if I'm not mistaken. So until March 2025, actually. So here, and as you can see how the occupancy is doing. So there's like a drop in occupancy in June, but the occupancy is getting back up and then like dropping again. So it will show you all the trends. Now, let's actually talk about how we can use and like what strategies can be used. So as I mentioned, so the Market Insights tool provides an in-depth analysis of all of these parts. And what we can do, we can actually use nightly rates and pacing future occupancy and actually set competitive rates for that. So the nightly rates, which is actually really helpful for us, because sometimes what I notice, because like we do have like a lot of interactions with our hosts, of course, and what I notice is that sometimes if the user is not using any like pricing tools or anything like that, so their nightly rates may be slightly less than what would be the average, and they are getting those bookings in, but they can be making like a lot more, to be honest. So they could be making like sometimes $100 or $200 more for like a specific nights. So here you will see an occupancy trend and average market price. So this spikes sometimes would mean that there is something happening for this specific date. And there may be like an events going on. Maybe there's like a specific, let's say, holiday that they're booking for. So in this case, December 7th for this specific area is really popular. So I would definitely recommend checking everything like that to price your listing competitively. Also, we will need to understand market dynamics. So we'll need to keep an eye on market supply and rental size to like gauge how your property stands against the competition. So knowing this can actually help you identify like the best times to increase your rates or offer promotions as well. And what's most important is that, for example, if you are buying or like thinking of buying a property as well to rent out on Airbnb or thinking of arbitrage tools, this tool will also help you to identify like which listings may be the most popular ones and which listings may be the best ones to go into with the business. So, for example, in this case, the most booked ones would be the 1 or 2 bedroom ones, not even a studio. So 1 or 2 bedroom ones would be the most popular in my market. And as you can see, those are the ones that get mostly booked, to be honest. And this will help us identify that. Then refining the guest experience. So this will be like another strategy. So extra per person fees, cleaning fees. So these two things I would say are crucial because if you're like any Airbnb groups or like or any forums, so you would notice that some of the guests that stay on Airbnb say that cleaning fees are too high right now. So I have seen like an example of like they're renting out like a 3 bedroom property and the whole stay was less than the cleaning fee that the host has posted on their listing. And that's why the guest did not book. So sometimes the cleaning fees should not be that high. So of course they should be what the cleaning what you're getting for the cleaning. So you should not be going into like decrease of the revenue for the cleaning fee. But I would recommend not to price it really high because as you can see, the listings that have like a lesser of a cleaning fee get booked the most. So if you see, let's say for 42 to 60, or like the one that actual market insights tool told us from 91 to $105, you will see that this is like the most booked and demanded listing, whereas 100 plus Canadian dollars is the less of a booked one. Then what I would also recommend is review the cancellation policies always. So cancellation policies are like basically they refine your listing and it's like a balance of like protection while the revenue being attractive and fair to the guests as well. So actually the cancellation policies may decrease last minute cancellation, of course, and also they may bring you a lot more money in as well. So reviewing those cancellation policies may actually be a positive change for your booking, even though, for example, I may feel like a really comfortable and like firm cancellation policy. But as you can see, the moderate one is like the mostly like supplied one, but the mostly booked is the strict one. So I would, in this for this specific listing, I would definitely recommend checking and reviewing my cancellation policy. And if it's like a firm or a strict one, I would definitely recommend changing it up as well. Then, of course, the seasonal adaptations. So sometimes if you don't use any pricing tools or don't have any settings set up for your Airbnb booking or VRBO, so in that case, your pricing may stay the same for the seasons. So even though, let's say, winter is a slow season for you, sometimes our hosts like don't review the pricing or it comes out of our minds. So basically what you will need to do using this market insights tool will actually help us because it shows me like my exact current price for that specific day. So for example, I have May 25th here and my current price is 90, but as I can see, the average market price is 154. So what I can do, I can definitely optimize on that to get like a better revenue from my listing actually. So this would be also like a really good tool to help you do that. And of course, adapt to the seasons as well. So this particular listing is not like a seasonal listing, but if you do have the seasonal listings, it will definitely help you as well. But as you can see in like July and August, so the average market price is 138, 129, 116, whereas let's say in winter, it actually goes up. So that means that I see the trend that actually winter is more in demand. So that's why the pricing is usually higher as well. And my current price is at 52 Canadian dollars, whereas someone is actually renting out Airbnbs at 128. So I can definitely capitalize on that with this listing. And the next tip that I would have would be to forecast and plan and basically leverage this like a really cool tool to actually plan for the future. So I would see all of the listings in here, my competitors. This may be giving me like a lot of ideas as well, not only regarding the insights and maybe like the numbers that I have, but also it can help me to optimize my listing more. So my numbers may be good. My numbers may be like really good actually. My occupancy rate may be 100%, but sometimes someone may be doing a lot more better. So we will need to check those listings. Usually, what I would recommend is to check your competitors' listings, see what they have differently in their listings. So let's say I see this listing and maybe I don't have professional photos like this, for example. Uh, what I would always recommend our host is to have those professional photos in because that makes you bookable. Also, the descriptions are really important. So this will actually help you cross-check what you're doing maybe wrong or maybe correctly as well. So you can price your listing competitively as well. So good descriptions, good photos. So this like essential parts. Sometimes hosts may miss that. So this is like a really good tool to compare our listings to others in our area, see what we're doing better, see what we're doing worse, and to like think about it and plan the actions. We will also see with these listings that this specific tools gives us in the area. We can also see maybe if it's like a child friendly, maybe they're pet friendly. So it will help us cross check and fill in those missing gaps that we might have in those Airbnb listings to actually help us get booked more, help us get more traction, price us competitively as well, and of course, bring us up in search in the Airbnb listing so we can get booked more as well. And now, let me also show you which trend may also help you. So the day of the week occupancy. For this specific listing, we don't have any like differences between the days of the week. So like 2 or like 1% difference. But sometimes you may see the difference uh, in your listing. So what that means that we will need to capitalize more on those dates. So let's say I may be in, let's say, Vegas area as an example, and someone is coming from for the Vegas weekend. So what I will do actually, I would assume that I would see Saturday and Sunday occupancy at 100%, whereas maybe like Wednesday would be at like 30% occupancy for all of my listings and all of the competitors' listings. So in that case, what I would assume, I would capitalize more on those Saturdays and Sundays and weekend days as well. Yeah, I would say that would be mainly it for the market insights tool. Also, I would like to tell you that this specific tool works only in US, Canada, Mexico, and Australia. So if you're currently from Europe or some of the parts of South America, currently it won't work for you. But as I know, so the team is working on that and it should be available more in different countries as well. And also, let me talk a bit about the reports section as well, not only market insight, but as you know, we do have different types of reports in IGMS as well. So you would have 4 different types of reports currently. So payouts, tasks, reservations, and monthly revenue as well. And I would like to focus on monthly revenue because this is the webinar's topic would be how to optimize our revenue. And this monthly revenue spreadsheet will actually show us which listing is doing better, which the listing is doing worse, how many nights we have sold, the total revenue, and the total of the cleaning fees as well. What will help us to do is, well, it will actually help us to see what listings may need updates, what listings may need changes, and which listings are doing better as well. Not only for Airbnb, so if you list your listings on different platforms as well, this specific report will show the breakdown per channel and how many nights you have sold in that specific listing on that specific channel. So it will also show you the differences between the channels, which channels are currently getting the most attraction as well in that current time. So as you know, some of the listings, it's different for every listing, but I have heard from the host that one of the host listing is doing the great. On Airbnb, it has 90% occupancy, but they have no reservations on Vrbo. And I have also heard from the host that they do great on Vrbo, but have no Airbnb bookings. So this will actually help us to see which listing is doing better, how we can optimize that listing more, and how we can use market insights tool to actually see. So let's say our total revenue was 4,700, let's say for this lovely 3-bedroom. And I can also calculate my average nightly rate, which I don't actually need to calculate. Dashboard will actually show it to me in this part, so ADR. And I can actually compare it to the average daily rate that Market Insights tool is recommending to me. So it may be 125, and 125 is actually a big difference in the end. So for those book nights, it makes a lot of difference. So this report will also help you to actually to make your listing more competitive. And as for the other reports that we have in IGMS section, would be the reservations report, which is just like a number, not numbers, but actually your numbers report, which will show you the breakdown per reservation, how much was your payout, how much were your taxes. If you're a property manager, you can also add the calculations for your management fee within each listing and to also calculate your fee in here and to also show your total payout. And this will also help you to filter and gather more insights regarding your listings in regards to your total payouts, your base price, booked price as well. And the last report, in regards to the numbers and prices, we have the payout report, which will just show you the payouts for your Airbnb and which account your payout go to and which account was paid out as well. And you can, all of this reports that you see on here are fully filterable as well. And one thing before we start the Q&A, I also want to show you the differences between the listings. So the first listing that I showed you and that we talked about was this port listing. So open market insights for this one, but let me also open the market insights for this listing. So where it's like 290 listings in the market supply, and I'll also show you, maybe we'll catch some differences between the areas as well. Yeah. So as you can see, it already gave me the difference between the rental types. So there's actually a couple of shared rooms within this market. The market supply is much higher than this one. So this is only 25 listings versus 290, which is more than 10 times higher. You also see the rental sizes as well here. As you can see, we went up to like 5+ rooms, whereas this stopped at 4. So you will see that it actually gathers like different insights for different areas and not just giving you like out of the blue like insights. The nightly rates, as you can see, it's much different. Cleaning fees as well, we're already going up to 120. Base number of guests, pacing is much higher, so it's average of 66 reservations per day in the market. And this would like to show you the day of the week occupancy. So as you can see, the day of the week occupancy is going up on Saturday. So whereas for this last market that we were into, it actually stays the same for all the days of the week. So this tool is really helpful to actually get those insights in, get those statistics in, so you can, one, price your listing competitively. Second, to make those great changes and great updates that will help your listing to get more seen and to get those views in. And second, to be like one of the first listings on Airbnb or verbose search as well. So that's like a really important. And this is how the market insight tool works. So this would be it for the main demonstration and strategies for the market insights. So as I can see, we already have a couple of questions in our Q&A section, but feel free to add more as well with no problem. So I'm here and I'm answering all of your questions. So the first question that we have is, what is the better dynamic pricing tool, Price Labs or DPGO? So actually, to be honest, I would recommend to make your own research about each different pricing tools, because all of the different pricing tools have different statistics that they take into account, different usages of the pricing that they have, and different rules and sets that they have. So I would definitely recommend checking out like all of them. So currently on IGMS, we have 4 different types of integrations. So first one would be the Price Labs. Then we have DPGO, and we also have integrations with Wheelhouse and Beyond Pricing as well. Also, if you're just thinking about going to the dynamic pricing tool world, we also do have some ongoing offers as well with some of the dynamic pricing tools. One of them is actually a DPGO. So we actually have a 50% off, like a joint sale with them. So it's, as I remember, it's $9 per property to list on DPGO with that 50% off sale. Hi, Tanzia. Thank you for joining. So, my market insights area is entire country. The major population in this country is more than 2 hours away from my market. Is there any way to make the market data more accurate by including only my market within a 30-mile radius? Yeah, actually, it should only include the radius in here, as you can see. So it actually gives you the area of the whole, like, as you can see, it gives me the area for the whole city in here. So what I will do actually, this is like a really good, helpful tip that you gave us. what I will do, I'll actually let our dev team look into your account as well and see what changes what we can make within this tool as well with no problem, because the more accurate those insights would be, the better it is for your listing as well. So let me note this down, and I'll definitely bring it up with our developers team with no problem. No problem. Thank you for bringing this up, because we want to make these tools better and much better as well. So this is like really helpful. If you do have any tips, if you have any requests, you can always mention it to us. And also, I want to also share like a one page. So we have this page called feedback.igms.com. So this is where you can submit your requests that you would have for the features that you would like to see. And all of the other users are upvoting as well. You'll also see our roadmap in here. Basically, it's your tool to actually get those ideas in, so we can actually filter them and implement all of your ideas within iGMS. So it's not directly directed at market insights, but you can always leave your requests and feedback in here with no problem. Yeah, well, I will wait a couple minutes for the new questions if there is any. And if you don't have any questions right now, but sometimes personally me, I think of the questions after like these types of webinars and workshops. So if you have any after this webinar, so please let us know via support, team email, via chat, so however you wish, and we'll be more than happy to answer them with no problem. And also, I forgot to mention here, so the blue, the stats that you have in blue, that's where your listing is located in, or it's maybe the current date or something like that. So for example, April right now, as its current date is in blue, my rental size, 1 bedroom. So everything that is in highlighted in blue, that is where I'm currently standing, and all the other stats are the others at the top here. But for these parts is actually the demand and supply. So you will see the colors between each of those as well. Yeah, so how do you know what is the best price to set for the next month? So what I would recommend always is to check what's happening around you. If you're not using any dynamic pricing tools, check what's happening around you. So you can do that using this market insights tool. You can also do some exploring on your from your Airbnb account as well, and see how each listing is priced and approximately measure their pricing as well. So you can also compare the listings to others as well. But this market insights tool helps actually to eliminate that manual steps, because it gives us average nightly rates for a 52-week period right away here. So let's say I want to start pricing my July rates. So my current pricing, as you can see here, is 120 Canadian dollars, whereas some of the listings are actually priced at 160, 121 as well. And but the median booked price is 96. So most likely here my listing is priced a bit higher, but that doesn't mean I have to lower my price in. So what I will need to do, I'll need to check those listings in. They may be like not as like high quality listings as mine. So in that case, I don't need to lower my pricing in. So that's why I would recommend to check this nightly rates price, and then compare your listings and price your listing competitively as well. Alternatively, you can also use the pricing tool, which will do that nightly rate pricing for you, but you will also need to set some settings and ground rules on their end, like minimum base price, maximum base price, and some of the rules that you would like to keep for those bookings to come in. In terms of adding those pricing tools in, you can do that by going into your accounts to listings tab and here. Or you can also do it from property section. It's just comfortable for me to do it from accounts listings because I can actually see via photos which listing is it. I will click the listing and I can click the pricing tab in here. And as you can see, I already also have added some kind of pricing tools for this specific listing. But if you don't have any pricing tools yet, this will be blank and you'll only have these three dots. And you can click connect another pricing tool and all of them will show up here and you'll connect whichever you wish. And if you click learn more button, it will open up our help desk article, which will actually guide you through how you can exactly connect and all the steps that you have to take in order to get that pricing tool connected. I have two properties. How do I change the dashboard to show the properties individually? Yeah, so actually the dashboard is not currently customizable. So the dashboard will only show you the stats like combined. So this would be stats combined for 196 listings for this month. And in terms of your communication rate, this one, right? So inquiry to booking conversation rate, that shows 0%. This is also showing me 0% for today. So it will show you 30 days and 7 days. And basically, the main thing would be it may show 0% because there is no inquiries that got booked, and someone may be instant booked only. So if you do have the instant booking on, that's why it shows 0, because I would say 95% of the guests who book the listings that have instant booking on don't message the guests at all beforehand. So that's why it may show 0%. But as you can see, it shows spikes in here. So that means that on 10th of April, my conversion rate was 50. So most likely someone inquired and I accepted the booking. That's why the stats go up in here. What would be the best tool to use to bring my listing to the top on Airbnb and Vrbo? So I would say there was no universal tool to do that, but there are a couple of steps that you can take in order to get your listing on the top. First one would be to optimize your pricing and make it change quite frequently as well. The second one would be to optimize your listing. So optimize your descriptions, add the best photos that you would have. So to take this professionally, optimize your calendar. So basically whatever you can optimize on the listings, you can. And for Airbnb, I would recommend using our stealth mode as well, which helps you, it uses Airbnb algorithm and basically, usually it's for hiding the listing if you don't want to receive the reservations in certain times. But and some of our users actually use it for 10 to 15 minutes a day to actually optimize their listing. And we noticed that Airbnb algorithm actually places the listings who use the self mode a bit higher in the search than they were before as well. And of course, to bring your listing on the top, should have the core Airbnb and Vrbo stats at the top. So you should be the highest reviewed listing. You should always answer your guest reviews. You should always adhere to those stats that you would have. So for example, for the superhost status, if you are going to get that, so you'd also have like, let's say, 0 cancellations. You should have this types of book nights. So this will also actually to meet those goals. Meeting those goals will actually help you to bring your listing on the top as well. Because as you know, Airbnb recently introduced different types of listings, like guest favorites. It will also have like a rare gem. It also has top 1% listings. So you should do those types of things to make your listing much more competitive in the market. In terms of the direct booking, so as general, so direct bookings, of course, may not come in from you just creating the direct booking website. You should actually optimize your listing, not listings as well, and the website as well. So let me actually, I know it's like a different topic, but let me also talk about it as well. So the website builder itself, we actually have like a really, I would say it's a great tool. The website builder is great. It gives you a lot of customization options, which actually helps you to improve your direct booking, SEO, and drive the traffic in. So here we have our website builder, and what you can create and basically customize your website and create blog posts, different pages, and this will actually help you to improve your direct booking rate. So as you know, SEO optimization is pretty much the thing that you will need to do to get your listings and website out there in Google. And you should use those keywords to actually make your website searchable. So for example, my website, this real estate brand, of course, it won't be searchable because I don't use any keywords. But let's say if I'm renting out, uh, I have properties in, let's say, Chicago. I will use keywords for Chicago, so Chicago rentals in my blog posts, maybe some area keywords as well. So basically, use those keywords to make your website searchable on Google. What you can also do to track those metrics, you can also add Google Analytics tool within the website as well to see how the traffic is going. And let me search for it. We do have an SEO guide regarding the website. So I will actually send it to all of you via chat. This is the SEO guide that I'm talking about. This is like a really comprehensive guide that has everything that you would need for you to master the local SEO for your vacation rental website. So I would definitely recommend checking it out and reading it so you can master that SEO as well. Okay, so as I see, I would say there's no more questions for today. So, oh, actually, we do have Google Vacation integration. That is coming. So we are actually in beta testing process right now, and it should be released really soon. And you can also post your listings on Google Vacation rentals as well, directly from iGMS. Okay, so should I add booking.com? So it depends. So I would definitely recommend to, if you're using IGMS already, to use all the platforms because we do sync everything for you already. So it's really seamless. So I will definitely recommend going on to booking.com, Verbo as well, creating your direct booking website as well. Because if you're using the system, everything already syncs in for you seamlessly. So I would definitely recommend going on to booking.com as well. Also, in terms of different channels, so as I mentioned earlier in this webinar, so your listings may do like drastically differently on each of the listings, each of the booking platforms as well. So as I mentioned, some of our hosts do like best at Airbnb, and some of them do like best on Verbo. So I would definitely recommend going on to those booking channels. So maybe so you can find like which like a channel works for your listing the best. And when adding new property, should I start on HMS or Airbnb? So it's fully up to you. So for Airbnb, you can start either on HMS or Airbnb. Which one would be the easiest for you? For Verbo, it depends on the Verbo connection that you're using with IGMS. So with one type of connection, can you actually need to start it from IGMS? From a different connection, you will need to actually start it from Verbo. And for Booking.com, you will need to do that on their end and then transfer the listings to our side. Hi, nice to hear that. So 8 years hosting is a big milestone as well. So nice to hear that everything is going good. No problem, Kathy. And if you'll have any questions in the future, just the general ones like this, feel free to reach out to us. We'll be more than happy to help. Okay, so as I see, there are no more questions for today. So thank you everyone for joining. I hope this actually we do. Just to clarify, I need to add all the information on each platform first. Um, and I would like to talk after. Okay, so just to clarify, yeah, you will need to create the listings on each platform first. So if you don't have any listings yet, and then implement everything into iGMS. Yes, that's correct. Hi, yes, in regarding to possibility to work together, could you please actually send us an email at support@igms.com, and we will forward your inquiry to like a specific sector of our company. Okay, everyone. So, once again, so thank you for joining today. And this hosting tips series that we just started will be a monthly occurrence. So we'll talk about different topics each month. Make sure to let us know what topics you would be interested in and what topics you would like to see. So feel free to email us at the end of this Zoom meeting. You will also take a survey. So we would much appreciate it if you fill it out so we can actually get that stats in and actually offer you a webinar and a workshop that would be the most interesting to you. So that would definitely help us. And if you have any questions after this, so as I mentioned, feel free to let us know anytime and we'll be more than happy to help. So in that case, thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining today and have a nice rest of the day. Bye-bye.